Yes, that's the sound I believe this guy makes. And who is it? This is one of the Transformers Siege Battle Masters, or Target Masters if you will. This is the little guy known as Blowpipe. And he's going to be our focus in the latest GotBot True review. Hey guys, welcome to 2019 and welcome back to the channel. It's great to see you here again. I'm your host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, Transformers Collectors NL, and me everywhere. And this is Blowpipe. This is the way we always should have had Blowpipe, though we do have a Titan Master of him. And arguably, there is the like ARMS Micron version that came with Legends Triggerhappy. But here in North America and in a good lot of the world really, this is sort of the version of Blowpipe that probably a lot of people have been waiting on. I know I certainly was. And did it turn out very good? Well, we're about to find out. In fact, let's head over to the table and take a closer look at this guy. And here we have Blowpipe, a proper version of Blowpipe no less, because the last time we saw Blowpipe, he wasn't exactly the way he's supposed to be. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but here we have everything that comes with the little Battle Master, or Target Master if you will. Let's begin with the packaging first. And this is the packaging, nice artwork up top, his name over on the side. I dig the packaging, I've said that before, as much as you can dig packaging. On the back, of course, we have the product shots, we see the blast effect, and of course we see him held by the leader of the Decepticons, Megatron. But it's pretty standard stuff. 6 steps to convert? We'll see about that. And these are the instructions. They're fine. He's a dual impact shatter blast cannon thing. Long name, but I can dig it. It's cool. 6 steps. Yeah, I guess if you include his blast effect. I haven't shown that yet. We will look at that very shortly. I will note this at this point. The blast effect comes in 2 pieces that you put together. I don't know why they just didn't do it as 1 piece, but hey, whatever. Here's the finished blast effect. I don't know, it looks like a beautiful flower. A beautiful, glowing, energon-y flower. Alright, and here we have 2 versions of Blowpipe. Either way you cut it, he is known, to me anyway, because I kind of follow the Rebirth usually, but generally he's known to me as the brother-in-law of Lord Zarak, and I knew him as a Target Master. But the first iteration that we had of Blowpipe, unless you got the Legends version of Triggerhappy, but the first version that most of us had of Blowpipe was this little tiny Headmaster version, and it makes the head of Triggerhappy. Okay, like that was fine, I guess, I suppose, but it was not really satisfactory for those of us who wanted something that was, well, accurate. Enter the Siege line. And what can I say? In terms of the paint apps, neither one of these is perfect. Taking the little Titan Master, Headmaster out of it, let's really focus on our Siege Target Master correct, I'm putting that in quotes, correct version. So paint apps for the little dude, it's very accurate to his toy, other than the arms should also be gray. I'm going to say 9. In terms of the animation, no, it's not so accurate because his eyes should be red, his face shouldn't be green, it should be like a yellowy color. His head, his chest, his arms, and his thighs should all be blue, his lower legs should be like white or gray, and his like kind of cannon, I guess, should be gray, but like I think that would be really boring and monochromatic. So I kind of dig that they went with this. So I'm going to stick with 9. I'm going to say that his paint apps are a 9. What about the articulation? Actually pretty brilliant for the size class that this is. Because remember, this is the same sort of size class price point that we got with Titan Masters and Prime Masters, and it's exponentially better. The head doesn't do anything. At least it If it does, I can't get it to, and I really don't want to push it. The arms can go way out to the side. They can go all the way around. The legs, they can go well out to the sides. Forward. And get that out of the way. Back. No, we don't have knees. No, we don't have elbows. And normally that would really bother me. But for these diminutive little guys, it really doesn't bother me for what it is. I'm going to say that the articulation is at least a solid 8. So we have an 8, we have a 9, the guy's at 8.5. What about his conversion? Well, this is kind of where he shines. It says 6 steps, we're about to find out. We bring the, I guess, cannon piece up over his head. Of course, you had to have it put in right here first. We put the legs together. There's a little peg and hole system down bottom. They're pretty solid. We're going to bring them up over, and there's 2 little rectangular pegs on the back of his heels. They go into 2 slots up right there. But before we can just fold his legs up, we need to bend back his entire waist section, which I did not just do. There. You don't just bend the legs back, you bend back the entire waist section. And now you can bring those legs up over, and they tab in right there, pretty solid. Finally, we deal with the arms. We have a little rectangular slot here. We have a little rectangular tab on the wrist. And we put those in on both sides. And like technically, boom, here we have his blaster mode. The only thing left to do that I don't have done yet is, and I guess I'll do this right now, is to put on his blast effect. And here we have him with his Target Master partner, that being Triggerhappy. Look, he was getting at 8.5 because he has great articulation and because he has good paint apps. The transformation is kind of like simplistic, ingenious. It harkens back to the original Target Masters with, you know, a couple of extra little interesting bits like tabbing the legs together, you know, instead of them being one piece. Is it as involved as like an arms micron or something along that line? No, it definitely isn't. But it definitely fills the bill, and for somebody like me, it makes Triggerhappy here feel complete. I'm going to say that the conversion is a solid, let's say 8.5. Overall, this is a good 8.5, 9. It's a solid little figure. For the price point, it is exponentially better than what we got with Titan Masters or Prime Masters. And here you see him with his partner in plane mode. You know, it fits under the wing. You know, it's fine, I guess. That being said, if you turn this guy front on now, Triggerhappy actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, say 7 or 8 blasters. I mean, he really fits his name now, doesn't he? And Blowpipe just puts him a little bit over the top for fitting the bill. I dig him. Absolutely dig him. And I think he is a solid 8.5 or 9. And so color me impressed. I think that for being at the same price point as a Titan Master or Prime Master, these guys are knocking it out of the ballpark. Excellent articulation at the hips and at the arms. Like, it's akin to any Legion class figure, if not better, because we do have a wide range of motion at the arms and at the legs. The deco, I guess the deco's alright. It's certainly not bland because we do have the 2 colors playing off of each other. Is it exactly accurate to the toy? No. Is it exactly accurate to the animation? No, but I think that if you know the character of Blowpipe, then it's accurate to a Blowpipe. The blue mismatch with Triggerhappy is also accurate. They weren't the same shade of blue on the cartoon, so I'm okay with that, even though it might be a little jarring to the eye. The blast effect is cool. I don't know why it splits in 2 as it does, but whatever. I'm liking these diminutive little guys. I didn't know what to think of Siege, you know, until I picked it up. I wasn't immediately blown away by it like a lot of people, but these little guys are impressing me to no end. I can't wait to look at the other one that has already come out. But for now, let me know what you think about this guy. You know I love to hear from you guys. I appreciate you dropping by and giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I know how important it is to you. Please hit that subscribe button, and I very much look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit right here inside the videos.